Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I am Werebear Games. I'm joined here today with my guild master of the Imperial Legion, Dream, and I'm going to be going through the Division 2 review 2020. Oh, and Happy New Year's, everybody. This is made literally on New Year's Day. Now, Division 2, it came out in March of 2019. When it first released, there was a bunch of stuff wrong with it. It was tough as hell to kill most enemies without wasting almost all your bullets. It was hard to get through the campaign most time. There was just loads of stuff wrong with it. They've now added in a hardcore mode for most of their agents. If you choose to have a tougher time, you die, you delete your character, you start again. So now let's load this up quick. But Division 2 has released a butt-ton or buttload worth of content over the past year. They did say one drawbacks is that they did say that all the DLC would be free, but due to the bad press of when it first released, they had to go back on that promise and release the year one pass. You have to have the year one pass to sadly get into most of the end game raids or access to the latest um uh what's called specializations. They're one pass in order to be able to access it. Now, there is going to be another specialization coming on soon. This month, January of 2020, there's going to be a new raid being released as well. Many of the going through the raid that is there right now to gain the gear that needed. As of right now, one of the biggest things for a loading screen is that it always gets stuck at 10%. But as you can see, quite a bit has changed. Graphically and not really, but gameplay wise,
Safe
a
area
bit.
detected.
They have
Agent
now
requesting backup.
they have now given us access to practically every single dark zone so far. You just gotta go do a recon mission to do it. You'll have access to this lovely stronghold raid right here when you hit level 30 and you have the proper gear score. And now with some of the DLC with the year one pass, you can actually leave DC and actually go to Roosevelt Island. Now, ta- talking about gameplay. Yes, the enemies are still tough, but they're not as tough as when the game first released. When it first released, I was there day one, ready to go, and I always had trouble passing even the them like butter, even with the lowest level gun. If you're doing level one missions at level one, some of the gameplay has changed. I have not gone through the complete patch notes, but they did buff a few things, and there are a few other things as well. But unlike, but just think back when Division One first released. Was it all glorious and glamorous? It was not. It took quite a few updates for it to become the beast that it has become. Now, with this, you can still optimize your loadout. As you can see, I'm running with favor of weapon damage instead of tankiness, due to the fact that I can melt the opponents before they knock me down. And with and if you're rolling with your clan, you even get a bit of bonus to your XP and have access to some weekly caches if your clan earns one by earning XP. Bleh. That that is a good point. The enemies are no longer, for those of you possibly couldn't hear Dream due to the fact that he might not have his audio sharing. Enemies are no longer bullet sponges. Yes, there are heavily armored enemies, But if you shoot them in the head enough, their helmet breaks and you can hit their health. It's just like in real life. You don't need to go through all that armor to hit them. Just hit them in the face, blow their helmet off, and then hit them in the face again to kill them. Second thing is, even some of my own friends say this, that the Division agent in the first one was more or less the super soldier. Was able to take hits like Captain America and keep on kicking. In this one, if you do not use cover or the right tactics, you will die quickly. You are a regular human being in this one. Trust me, I've gone down quite a few times. It's a lot more realistic. Some of the more or less, the game makes you have to adapt to your opponents. Like, I'm going up against the Outcasts right now. They love doing suicide bomber runs, trying to go up there and blow us up with fire. So I have to take those guys out. They also like to throw little drones at me. Always got to keep adapting. That's the name of the game. Literally on both the first one and the second one. No one loadout's going to carry you through the entire thing. Most high-level raiders carry at least 6 different loadouts for different occasions that they could run into. Now the map, and I'm only level 25, yet I still gotta do this and all this stuff there, all this stuff here. There's more DLCs coming, so we're probably gonna be able to go outside of the map even more, like to Roosevelt Island and to other spaces. And this is fully, in this game, offers best experience either solo or co-op. And one of the greatest things when it comes to co-op, no longer do you have to worry about your friends dying in your world. When they join you or you join them, their level automatically gets bumped up to one level below you. So I'm level 25. If Dream would join me right now and he'd be level 1, he'd be bumped up to level 24 and I'd be able to help him through his missions. They'd be the same level I am, but he'd be able to get gear for a score that he is, not for me. Which is really freaking sweet. It's one thing I actually quite enjoy, because back during Division 1, I was the one that played this game mainly, so whenever my friends joined me, they were always dying a lot, because I was level 30 and they were still level 16. So it wasn't always quite fun, so to speak. But honestly, the game, I spent a week and a half playing this outright completely. Just playing this game. It's a really fun, it's honestly totally unbiased, considering that I hated it when this game first released, but they've made it pretty solid, and it's only going to get better from here on out. There's regular updates. I think there was an update about a couple weeks ago for bugs and other fixes. They're going to continuously give us more updates, more content, until they announce their next game of whatever that's going to be. Even Division 1 still going strong with the monthly stuff as well. So honestly, a score from 1 to 10, I'd give this a solid 8.5, guys. Only reason why I won't give them a solid 9 or a 10 is because I was here when this first released. I'm going to be here probably when it ends still. But yeah, they got a long way to go, but they're redeeming themselves. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, leave a like down the bottom. Hit that subscribe and the bell so you can get notifications. And I'm Werebear Games, and I'll catch you in the next one.